sure you subscribe, like, share. So the irony of opening up all the cities. So as you know, governors have made decision to open up most of the cities, soft opening for some things and opening for other things as parks and beaches and so forth and so on. So now, although we're opening up, there still isn't any cure in psychology. Just the whole psychology of just being really confined to the house and not really being able to go anywhere other than to the store and back, or to the doctors and back, or to get gas, so you can get to the doctors and back home. It's almost like I started getting excited just to, have to go to the store or to the doctors. I'm getting out of the house for a minute. But even with doing that, we still have to practice the CDC guidelines. Some of us may be asymptomatic, and the irony of it is that we don't know who is and who isn't, which means that we can put ourselves at risk or put others at risk by not establishing protective measures by wearing our masks when we go out. So, and I know that some of us feel liberated. Oh, this is America. I don't have to wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But it's really not about you. It's about your fellow man or the person next to you or someone who just don't know how it's going to impact us. So I think the important thing is to make sure that we wear our masks when we're out there. There's been a couple videos of everybody at the beach, and it's just looked really compacted. I think we should really, make sure that we're social distancing and keeping our space. It's almost like, oh my God, we get to go outside and play now. It's a exciting group of individuals. We have to be safe, and we have to play it safe while we're out there. I know for a lot of us, some of us are still not even bothering about going out there. And for those of us that are not going out there, I still limit where I go. I still wear my mask and my shield and everything when I go out. A lot of us have become very creative at home with coming up with things to do, keeping our minds busy, our bodies busy. There's a lot of online exercise programs that you can sign on with and, work out at home. Hang out in your backyard. I've probably never been in your backyard before, but guess what? It's probably a time to see what you can do in your backyard. I started planting a garden. Probably would have never planted a garden had the COVID-19 hit. That we're mindful of others and that we, make sure we wash our hands. It would be great to just carry some hand sanitizer around with you. I have some in my car. I have some in my purse. I have some in my pocket. Probably OCD with hand sanitizer. Your mask. A lot of people don't feel like they want to wear a mask. If you have that, if you're feeling that liberated that you don't want to put a mask on, be mindful of others and don't cough on people, cough around people, sneeze on anyone. If you have to sneeze, make sure you really use the shoulder, or even if you do is the best that we can do as far as trying to keep ourselves safe. Right now, there's not a cure. If you feel very stressed out about it when you go out, then perhaps you should still stay at home. You can call in for your food, and they have Uber Eats, and they have DoorDash and Postmates and all these other companies who will bring food to you. Or you can have a family member bring you food if you don't feel comfortable about going out and still impose other. Just didn't jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, I'm out, I'm going to get out and start exposing myself. Because again, there's still no cure. I know that there's a lot of clinical trials going on with various different pharmaceutical companies from what I've read. Seem like there's a race to who has the best cure, or the race to who has something that can help minimize the effects of the COVID-19 and how it impacts our body. A lot of steps along the way before they start human clinical trials. These trials have started a lot sooner because of the amount of people who are dying of COVID, and it's a lot. It's almost close to 100,000. But I know that millions have contracted it, and people are continuing to contract it, and there's apparently it's supposed to be a surge since they're opening up the cities, and so that means that we really have to try to be diligent about where we go and what we do, and do the best we can. I mean, that's all we can do is the best we can. And so one of the good things that I've learned to do is, even when I'm at home, I wear my mask. I'm in my room, but once I step outside my room, sometimes I put my mask on, so I'll learn not to touch my face. And it actually works. I have family members that come by because, they still want to come by and see me. I take their temperature, of course, and I wear a mask. And we try to practice social distancing, even though, we're in the same environment. We don't get too close in conversation. And around, people that you've talked to, and you can trace it back. Other than that, I guess our next episode, I'm going to talk about how the COVID-19 is psychologically impact us, just with the whole job and everything. It just going to be another subject matter, so we won't get on that today. But I think just be safe out there, being that we just opened up the cities. And I'm sure, they're looking, government's looking and watching and seeing how it has impacted us, whether it's been